I get the phone. I'm like, all right, Leo, lick Sarah's ear 5 times or drink 6 sips 4 times. I don't know what it was. For fully thinking like, okay, he's just going to like drink the sips. Y'all, he like slow motion gets up and he gets in her ear. Like
in the hole? Like,
oh, it was so good.
Subscribe to the podcast, KFC Radio on YouTube. Bang.
What's up? You guys, I'm so excited for y'all.
Yeah, let's do it. Are you good to go over there?
Yeah, I think we're good. Are we good? Yeah, we're good.
Let's dive right in. We got Kelly Stafford on the show, hooked up through the infamous Sophie, who is like the big, like the internet matchmaker when it comes to Barstool and guests like this. She has just been connecting the dots for all these years now. And
yeah,
as I understand it, you're only doing a couple shows this media week. So thanks for putting us on the list.
Honestly, y'all were top of the list. If I'm totally honest. I love you guys.
Now you're pulling my leg.
You got to shoot higher then.
This is the truth. No, this is the truth. Maybe, but it's the truth. No, you guys are Matthew and I's guilty pleasure. I'm not even kidding.
Whoa. What's guilty about it?
It's not. You're right.
Why can't we just be a pleasure?
I guess it's a guilty pleasure because we have to wait till kids are in bed, type of thing. But no, we thoroughly enjoy you guys. The amount of laughs we have with you guys is awesome. So I was so pumped when Sophie told me this was happening.
I'm going to be totally honest real quick. I'm like hot and bothered. Like I'm beyond flattered and I'm uncomfortable, but thank you very much.
There's like
that's what I'm here for, to make you uncomfortable.
I think there's like 2 things you can say to either member of this podcast. It's either like compliment on our hair or say that you listen to our podcast. That's it. That's the only thing.
Guys, the hair looks great too. I mean, I know it's
stop but go on.
Although you have a hat on, so I guess I don't really know what you're. The beard's great. Okay.
How long have you been listening for a while, or are you?
Yeah, it's podcasts are new for us, but a good amount. But the whole Barstool family in general, we love and feel like we connect with. I don't know, maybe because we're all the same age and we laugh at the same shit. I have no idea, but we do. We thoroughly enjoy just getting on and listening to you guys.
Love to hear.
Yeah.
Since you brought up Matt, I do have just one quick question. Let's say
hit me with it.
One day when Matt retires, which will probably happen, right? And
yes, it will.
Do you think he'll thank the city of Detroit in his retirement statement?
Yes, he will.
Yeah, damn it! I think he
probably will. Yes, that city means a lot to us. We can't say anything bad about that place. Besides the weather's terrible, but no, he for sure will. And Matthew tends to say all the right things, but I'm hoping if he gets on some of y'all's stuff that he'll open up a little bit because dude is funny. I mean, funny and inappropriate, but chooses not to show that version of himself.
Does that?
Obviously.
That's gotta suck.
Not,
obviously for Matthew, but also for you, like knowing someone's real side and knowing that he just gets up there and has to answer the questions the right way and all that shit.
Right. We were actually talking about it the other day. He was saying, he had an interview with actually some of our friends, Aaron Andrews and Chris Thompson. He's like, I hate it because I feel like I just have to like play the part. And I was like, you have been in this league far too long. Stop playing the part. You've played the part. Be yourself.
Let it fucking rip.
That's exactly. I'm like, say a cuss word every now and then.
Yeah.
I know, but you know what? He's like, it's my first year in this organization, so I got to make sure I'm, being good.
I think he's good now. I think he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
If he makes the Super Bowl, he's gonna let loose, and I'm praying it happens solely for that reason. I mean, a lot for him. I'm hoping it for him, but I'm hoping he does it so he can just, show his true colors.
That's a great reason to want to win the Super Bowl, so I can swear in public again.
It would be nice. I mean, it would make me feel a lot better about myself and my language. So, here for it.
Yeah. Is it? I feel like at the same time, though, you have this podcast and you've known to mix it up with fans and whatnot. Is there kind of like, bro, I don't play quarterback. I'm not in the league. I can say whatever I want.
There is, but there's also my husband sitting at home going, hey, you're also a representation of me in a way. So like, can we just, pull it back just a little? I will say the podcast, he kind of lets me ride. I don't I'm sure y'all are too busy, but there is a segment on Dominican Sue in one of my podcasts. And I made him listen to it to make sure it was okay to air it. And he was like, yeah, let that shit fly. I'm like, great. So yeah, there is definitely a part of me that has to be reeled in. And he's doing it less. But I'm kind of I'm a, open page or wild one or wild card. I don't know how you call it, but I'm a wild card. So, yeah, like the San Fran incident was definitely a Kelly moment.
Was that like, was Matthew like, yeah, no surprise here, but like everyone else is shocked by it, but not really that big of a deal?
Yeah. You know what? He looked at me and he was like, well, two things. I wish I was playing better, so then you wouldn't get so, upset, or people wouldn't be talking shit. And I want to bet you was in the first 5 minutes of the game, but it's okay. And then, what was the other thing?
You got like, so hot, you're throwing.
I had your accuracy.
Was that work on your accuracy?
Yeah, he was like, I wish I had your accuracy that game, because clearly you had more accuracy than I did. So yeah, you know what? He's kind of used to it. As long as I don't touch on like politics, which I did once, which was a disaster. He's pretty much like, you're good. Just,
Isn't it so stressful? So stressful having just a significant other and a podcast. People don't understand how hard it is, because you're going to say, you don't think that anyone else can hear you. And then everyone else fucking hears you. It doesn't make sense. You're talking to a microphone, but for some reason you think no one will ever hear it. Who cares?
Mm-hmm. I'm right there with you. I feel like he gets like nervous. He's like, all right, what did you talk about? And I'll tell him, he's like, okay, that's okay. But I always feel like that. I feel like no one's listening. I'm like, this is so fun. I think when it was in our guest house, he felt more comfortable because he was like, definitely no one's listening. But now that we're in the studio and Action Park's behind me, he's like, shit, there's a lot of people listening now. Okay, tell me what you said today. I'm like, relax, it's fine. But yeah, we have a good time with it. He'll listen to it the day before it goes up just to confirm everything's okay. But in the past, however many weeks, he's like, I don't care. I just don't care anymore.
I was gonna say it's like I think we've learned, like the whole world has figured out that people are like everyone's a person. Like you could be an athlete, you can be famous for whatever reason, and you still say the same sort of shit and do the same sort of things. And it's like,
yes,
I think for the most part, people have kind of started to accept that you're not fucking robots. That like who would talk this way? Of course, you guys have a personality and your own feelings. And
wouldn't people want us to be the normal people that talk this, talk the same, and they don't, we don't pull like, I don't know, like we don't.
Well, here's the thing:
it doesn't change.
It's the internet is a fickle beast, because it's like, I don't know how or why, but there are certain people that just sometimes are viewed as likable, and then there are certain people that get vilified, and it's like, and it's really sometimes through no fault of your own, where all of a sudden everything you say on the internet is taken the wrong way, or people are coming at you rather than like Brittany Matthews and Jackson Mahomes, where it's like everything that girl does right now is viewed as, I saw people saying, what about the people who had to drive home and you were spraying them with champagne? They might get a DUI. It's like, what are you talking about? Whereas I bet if you popped a bottle, people would be like, oh my God, Matthew Stafford's wife is so supportive and fun and cool. It's like, what's the difference there?
Oh, I don't know if they'd be saying that about me. And if I popped the bottle, I think I'd spray myself. I almost did in the NFC Championship, but I backed off that. But it sucks. To be honest, they're young. I don't know how young Brittany and Jackson are, and obviously I've seen it. I've been through my own fair share of shit that you look back and you're like, oh yeah, that wasn't the best decision. But you just have to sometimes own it and just say, shit, that was the wrong decision. I'm sorry, and move on and hope that people will move on with you. And if they don't, that's their decision. But yeah, it's crazy to watch what's happening over there. And I hate to say it. I mean, I don't know. I don't dive into it too much, guys, because I just, I try to stay away from it. But I feel for her a little bit. Like, she's getting absolutely crushed. And again, I'm unaware of everything. I am unaware, so I don't want to talk too much on that. But she is definitely, the villain over there, which I couldn't imagine going through.
there are like times where and they are so young, so it is hard to like really put yourself.
They're so young.
Yeah, but it is like there's like the champagne. I have no problem with. I think anyone who got upset about that is lunacy. It says crazy town. But then like the Free Britney shirts, if she's leaning into that, that's hilarious. If she's genuinely feeling like I have a conservatorship, that's nuts. But
I mean,
it's one of those things. It's all based on the perception of them. Because if I thought that was if I thought she was a funny person, and if I knew her better, and maybe she is a funny person, I think that was hilarious. But because I don't know her that well, I'm like, what is that all about?
I know, and I totally agree. And I like try to put myself in her shoes. Like, hey, if Matthew was on a Super Bowl winning team when we were 19, 20, 21, I don't know how old I was. I was 19 when I moved to Michigan. Who knows what I would be doing?
Right.
You know, we went through the thick of Detroit, and that I think that really actually was very important for us. But there were no champagne celebrations in Michigan, so you know, we came through this a different route.
Yeah. So wait, how long have you guys been together his entire career?
Since college, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's crazy.
Yeah, and our college relationship was, you know, the typical college, I would say, relationship where there wasn't really one.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want one. That asshole. So
Could you blame him?
No, I couldn't. That was the problem. I was like, I understand, but damn it. So yeah, we went back and forth there for a little bit with the love-hate.
Yeah.
And then when things started to get serious was when he was talking about leaving. So that was a crazy ride, but we've been together since college. I would say, maybe like right before he went.
Are you still when you get in a fight? Are you still bringing up things from college? Are there any moments like you remember that time in fucking junior year when? I bet
you know what? We hadn't, but some of my podcast is our story because it's a really funny fucking story because we were all over the place. I dated the backup to piss him off. Like that was the type of situation we were in.
You dirty dog!
That is fucking grimy. You deserve whatever was coming your way after that move.
Listen, he deserved it. Okay, he totally deserved it.
I respect that.
Wait, hang on. As fucked up of a move that is from you, that backup is crazy. Yeah. What is he doing?
You know what? He was like the bad boy. He like, you know, Matthew's like this genuine soul, and then it was the bad boy. So
but he's the backup. Like, if I'm Matthew, I'm sending the offensive line after him. Like, get this guy off the fucking team. Get him out of here.
I don't think he saw the field after that.
Yeah.
So there might have been some of that.
Hope it was worth it, dude.
You know what? It got to him.
I was gonna say, and it might have been, John. It might have been. I'm not gonna lie, but
in the end, you know what? In the end, I always tell him we ended up together, and we had to go through all of it. So the backup had to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it got his attention. So here we go.
God bless the broken road, as Rascal Flatts say.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You're aging yourself again, but I'm here for it.
Yeah, that song was a heater. I was a sophomore, maybe a junior in high school. That song was hot.
It was. I was right there with you. I agree. Right there with
you. Was as you're watching, like knowing now that he got out, if you will, and is in LA and, you know, at least has made to a Super Bowl. Is it like, I guess it's just like playing in Detroit is such a unique experience to Detroit.
Yeah.
And to be a guy that was there his whole career up until this point, and then like your family is there. And I was saying prior to like him getting to LA, he was going to be one of those guys who like his numbers are Hall of Fame worthy, but the team was never winning and blah, blah, blah. And now having a chance to like do that, it almost, it's a very unique experience for like him and the whole family that not many athletes get to go through.
You know what? When you say that, I think about like the Calvin Johnsons of the world, and the fact that we did have the opportunity to leave, that Detroit gave us that opportunity, or gave him that opportunity. But I think the 12 years in Detroit is what made Matthew the player he is today. I mean, it made him, he had to be tough as hell. It made him put shit on his back when you would hope, he's carrying, it felt like he was carrying the team, the organization, and that city.
The city,
in a way.
Yep.
Because to be honest, they are sports driven. And I love Michigan for that. I really do. I'm a sports girl. I grew up playing, like, Michigan is fun when it comes to that. But when you're not winning, it's not fun.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that was tough, but it also made Matthew the man he is today, the person that goes on that field when we're down the fourth quarter, because in Detroit, we were down a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't think twice about it. It's like, I'm going to go play ball and I'm going to try to make this shit work.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think those 12 years were super important, not only to him, but our family went through a lot in Michigan. And coming here with all the expectations put on him, like you make to the Super Bowl or you're a failure. That was felt.
That's a tough thing for year one.
Yeah, that's a pretty high bar. It's a pretty.
I mean, that's basically the epitome, right? Like that's what you want to get to. But he welcomes that. Me, on the other hand, I'm a nervous wreck. I'm like, oh my gosh, did we make the right decision? Like, you have to get the Super Bowl. Hell, we didn't even win a playoff game in Michigan. Right. Like, I'm like, and now we're expected to make it all the way. But you know what? He welcomes that. He loves that shit. I'm not really that type. I'm just not that, brave. I don't know what the word is, but yeah, I think, to be honest, without Michigan, this doesn't happen in a way. Even if we were drafted to a awesome team, Matthew would not be the player he is today.
Right.
So, I grateful for Michigan, and that's why he will be thanking Michigan when he wins this Super Bowl, when he retires or whatever. So yeah, I again, Michigan, huge part, and they're a huge part of why he's here today. So
how has your job, so to speak, evolved since, because Matt's been in the league for what, 12? How many years has he been in the league?
This is his 13th year.
13th year. So
yeah, we're old as shit too.
I was high school, college roommates with people who went to high school with Matthew. So we are right around the same age.
Really?
Yeah. But
names?
What's up?
What are their names?
Damian and Ross. I think Ross played football with him there. But the
okay, all right.
At Highland Park, right? Highland Park.
Yeah.
But how has your job changed really? Because I see I feel like the wives and girlfriends way back when, early internet days, it used to be here are the wags of athletes, and it'd be a slideshow of women in bikinis, and then now I feel like it's almost become like the wives and girlfriends are almost mini reality shows where the Instagram I've had friends who are obsessed with, up here in New England, Mackenzie Andrews and Sydney Esiason, they love the kids, it's almost like a look into the athlete's life. Is that something you're conscious of, or is it just that's my Instagram, that's what happens?
Oh yeah, no, I'm conscious of it. I know all of my following follows me because of who I'm married to. So I'm very conscious of that. Now, all those people I feel like you were naming are very young. So the mini reality I'm not like this. I mean, I'm fun, but I'm definitely not going to put it out there on social media, everything I'm doing, because I would probably get frowned upon. So
it's not even a fun thing. It's more it is they like the kids. They like seeing the behind the scenes of a family, really. Which I guess what all social media is for everybody.
It is. And I do put out, I'll put everyday stuff out there with my kids and Matthew with the girls, because it's a side that people don't see. It's also a side that he tends to not want people to see. So that's a balance that we have to come up with as well. Matthew's a very private person. He hates the spotlight. This week has been absolute hell for him. Everyone's stopping him. He's like, I'm not comfortable. I'm like, oh my God, do I need to do this for you? But yeah, no, it is like a mini, taste into their lives and their everyday lives, especially off season. But, I'm hoping, again, if he wins this one, or when he wins, I'm just going to put it out there, that he'll calm down and let me post the fun things, the things that the statement or the comments he makes where he's like, you can't put that up. Come on.
You should have a segment called "You Can't Put That Up."
Yeah.
And once he gets his Super Bowl, he has to agree to let you put it up, and it's just all the things that Matthew Stafford's wanted to say for the last 15 fucking years.
I mean, it would be so good. You guys would be so entertained. The dude is fucking funny, and to be honest, he really is. And to be honest, he looked at me the other day. He was like, so if we win, and I was like, when you win, he's like, when we win, should I do like an Instagram, just one post and then shut it down? I'm like,
oh, he's going Jay-Z with it? Hell yeah.
And I was like,
that would be pretty fucking cocky. That would be a move.
I mean, I looked at him and I was like, what is that? Like, what does that give you? And he's like, I don't know, to say that I had social media one time. I'm like, oh my
so
God.
he has never
listen,
had
you
anything?
in the Super Bowl, do whatever the hell you want. I don't care.
Has
okay?
he never had any social media at all?
He had Twitter for like a hot second.
Yeah.
And then he was like, too many people have access to me.
Yeah.
I'm getting off.
Twitter is, I would
Twitter's
never,
bad.
I would advise against having a Twitter at this point for any human, but certainly people who have a lot to lose and a lot on their plate. But not having
he kicked me off of
Instagram
Twitter.
Kicked you off.
He kicked me off of Twitter.
Oh yeah, that's probably for the best.
It was definitely.
Were you just sitting there on Sunday, just like fuck you, fuck this, fuck you know?
Yes, and I got absolutely like one fan came back. I was like, I'm tired of hearing all the boos for our home team or whatever, and he wrote back, he goes, I'm tired of your husband passing it to the wrong team. I was like, that's fair. Damn it. So I was like, nah, this is probably not.
That's fair. But I mean, for so long, the whole time, Matthew Stafford was never the problem. You know, the numbers speak for themselves. The fourth quarter comebacks, the yardage, the touchdown. I mean, the only thing missing was basically what he can't control. And that's where if you're sitting on social media and you're thinking about that and you want to defend, you literally cannot win. It's like an impossible battle.
It's a no-win situation for sure. So he immediately was like, just, you need to get off. And I was like, but I love Twitter because, I'm a woman and I love to get, I love to fight a little bit.
That's what one of my favorite quotes.
Like, exactly why you need to get off.
One of my favorite quotes ever about Twitter was someone asked Clooney if he had Twitter. And Clooney said, I like to drink and I like to fight, so no. And it's like,
so true. That is like a perfect response. I mean, that's really all social media, but I mean, you can't get rid of all of it. You can, but I can't.
In that 49ers incident, was that so you throw the pretzel at this dude?
I throw a piece of a pretzel.
Oh, okay.
It's like
piece of a pretzel.
Literally tiny.
That's an important part of the story. I thought you were hurling like a Bavarian pretzel from the movie theater, like frisbeeing it at him.
No, I took a piece and I don't even think it was salted.
What was the last straw that made you throw it? What was the final thing that he said?
It had to, I mean, honestly, it's all a blur. It was just about my family. And I'm a very loyal person and I was done. And I think Matthew had already thrown a pick at this point and I was just over it. And when I threw it, y'all, I literally threw it like this. Like I just threw it behind my head. I didn't like chuck it. I honestly didn't even think it would hit him. It hit him, I guess, square on the head. I didn't see it because I threw it behind me. Like, just like, shut up. And it hit him square. And he just ran and got security. And
that's a bitch move.
Like, that's so downright insane. Like, that truly is. I don't even care. Like, if a man, like, threw a pretzel at me, I'd be like, what do you, like, I don't know. Who cares? To get mad at a quarterback's wife is crazy.
So, and it was probably the goal that was intended, which also sucks. But you know what? I don't want to say too much because I'm afraid I'm going to get sued by this man. I'm not even kidding. He scares me. Oh yeah. And immediately security's like, she didn't throw it. Cause I don't drink at games cause I've been getting sick cause I'm so nervous. And they're talking to me. They're she's completely sober. She definitely didn't throw it. And I was like, no, I threw it.
Hand up. Yep. You're right. Yeah. I am completely sober, but I did throw it.
Yeah, that's on me. I did do that. It was a piece of a pretzel. I didn't think he was going to go get so hot and bothered about it. But yeah, I offered to buy him drinks and food and he stood up. I told him, I was like, listen, it was me. This is why I did it. Offered to buy him drinks and food. And he stood up and basically said, this is Kelly Stafford. She threw it. Get her out. And I was like, okay, dude, really?
Well, how old was that gonna happen?
I don't know how old he was, but he was older than me. He's probably y'all's age.
Oh, you bitch! You bitch! Damn it!
So I'm basically y'all's age. I'm 30. I'm 32. I'm basically y'all's age. So,
you're a baby.
So yeah, it was, I don't know. That moment, I was fed up at that point. And I literally looked at him and I said, it's probably best that just happened because the friends that are with me, weren't going to be so nice about it. And they escorted all of us out because the guys behind me are like Matthew and I's closest friends, and they were hearing all of it and weren't sober like me. And so it was probably the best case scenario that we got escorted elsewhere during that game. Yeah, it's probably worked out for the best. But damn it, I was like, did it really hit him? I wish my dad didn't teach me to throw so damn well. So anyways, yeah, it's one of those moments that I wish I could probably just be like, not my best, but come on. It wasn't
ever. So
I know. Those are the moments where you're like, we're going to be this soft. I mean, but at the same time, you have to remember, that was probably his goal, and to just like let it ride. I'm like, well, I'm not one to just let shit ride. Like, if people talk bad about you, I'm going to say something.
Right.
But whatever. It is what it is. We beat him in the end, so it's fine. I hope he was at that game.
What is it like for you this week? So it's a lot for him to take in, but it's new for you too, being on the successful side of these things is a lot different. Yeah.
I'm realizing that going to the Super Bowl is a lot of fun for everybody else. There's so many fun things happening, but because it's in LA, I'm trying to make it as normal as possible for Matthew, like a normal work week. So I'm doing fun things. But it's, it'll be fun. We're just going to go, like, literally wake up that morning, hop on a bus, head down there, pray we get in on time with all these damn lines. And just I don't throw up for the game. But yeah, it's a wild week. I mean, lots of coordinating and like lots of people asking for things where I'm like, I don't, do you see the ticket prices? I don't have a spare ticket. Yeah. Like, it's not, I wish I did. It's not that type of situation right now. So, I'm looking forward to the game being here because it's kind of a lot right now. I'm trying not to show stress because I'm sitting across the dinner table from Matthew, which in a normal Super Bowl week, that's not the case because the team goes, and and you don't see them. But right now I'm like sitting across the street. I have this person begging me. I have this, and I'm like, oh yeah, we're at dinner. Let me just like put my phone down and be with him and talk to him about anything else. So anyways, it'll be a crazy week, but it'll be fun. It'll hopefully end up with a, win. And it is Matthew's birthday today. He's 34.
Oh, wow. Happy birthday, Matthew.
Yeah, totally forgot about it this morning. Had to text him later and be like, our 4-year-old daughter reminded me that it's your birthday. I'm so sorry.
That's crazy.
You forgot his birthday for real?
Stafford's
birthday during Super Bowl week.
Okay, well, it serves him right. He forgets my birthday like every year.
How is this possible?
Yeah, we have a lot going on. I don't know.
I hear about this. I see this in movies all the time with people forgetting their significant other's birthday. That's crazy.
Oh.
That happens all the time.
He's forgotten my birthday.
Yeah,
all the time. My birthday's in August.
So
August what?
He's getting hit in the head. He has an excuse. You don't have no excuse. This is bullshit.
Easy on the CTE over there. I am married to him. I have to deal with it if he has it. Okay. No, yeah, August 2nd. So it's right in the middle of training camp. So obviously, he's got a lot going on too. But I have a lot going on right now. I know he's about to play the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But I'm coordinating.
You got people that actually, honestly, your job. I might think you have the tougher job this week. In the dealing with people asking for tickets, and that's the worst. Dealing with people like that when like we've had barstool parties before, and there's stuff during Super Bowl week where people are like, can you get me in? And that's just guest list, let alone into the fucking Super Bowl itself. That has to be because you don't want to say no.
And then you got to be the bad guy just by saying no or being unable to do something. You're the bad guy. It's like, what do you mean?
Yeah, and it's like people text me expecting tickets, not even asking, expecting. I'm like, do you see these ticket prices? I love you, but I don't love you that much. Right. Like, come to the first. I'll have a ticket for you for the first game next year. Okay, like that's the best I can do.
How many people have reached out?
Oh my gosh,
hundreds.
Way too many. Yeah, probably. So Matthew and I have a fun relationship because of the fact we have high school friends and college friends that we're all friends together. And that group is ride or die group, and they've been with us through Michigan the 12 years and come support us in Michigan. And so they're all coming. And that's like a group of like 30 to 40.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's like you're filled up. 30 to 40 people. At that point, I was like,
I'm tapped. And then I have my own family, like his family and our girls, which is going to be chaos getting in. But Matthew wants the girls there.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So you have what, 4 kids?
We have 4 kids. Yeah, and they're 4 and under, so they're babies. I mean, they're young.
So and you're gonna have them there.
We are, yeah. So again, once in a lifetime, you never know. Hopefully it's not once in a lifetime, but that's, it could be.
Yeah.
And he wants them there, so I'm gonna pay a fortune to bring my 4 kids who won't remember. But it's
I was gonna say, and forget about the fortune. Just think about. So now you've not to scare you here, but you're gonna be like you said, focusing on not puking and throwing up. You're gonna be watching the game of your life as well, and you're gonna have 4 under 4.
It's a disaster. Honestly, thinking about it, it gives me anxiety. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And it's going to be way past bedtime. I mean, they're going to be tired. They're going to be cranky. They're going to
hate life. The only thing that saves me is I don't let them use iPads unless we're at a game. So
I was going to say it's iPad for fucking 5 hours straight on Sunday.
Yes. And they'll do it. But then again, I'm sitting there and I'm like, we just paid so much money for y'all to sit on your iPads.
Yeah.
Whatever. It'll all be worth it. When the confetti's coming down and he's got like 4 kids crawling on him, it'll be an amazing moment.
You keep saying these words, paid so much money.
What we're paying for.
What do you mean? Yeah. They make
you got to pay for everything?
The quarterback's kids have to pay to go to the game?
Oh, yeah. It's not.
You pay?
Yes. Everyone
Nobody gets it. The quarterback of the fucking Super Bowl can't get anybody in for free?
No free tickets.
Get out of town.
Not even a +1?
They give. Oh, maybe we do get 2 comp tickets. I think we get 2 comp. I think you have the option to buy at market value, like 10 more tickets or something.
Yeah.
At market value, and then your ass is on Ticketmaster, which I have been spending. $7,000 for nosebleeds. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
It's outrageous.
Who's buying those?
I remember I went to the Pats Rams Super Bowl in Atlanta. A few years ago.
That's where I'm from.
And I have a friend who was on the team, and he's like, yeah, I'll get you tickets, but like he's like, it's the same kind of deal. Like you just got them face value, no big deal. And I was like, word. And this is a couple years ago, and I was like, all right, sounds good. And it's like, here, call this number. She'll take care of you. So I call it, and I'm like, hey, can I get 3 tickets? She's like, yep, no problem. It'll be $24,000. And I was like, oh, I misunderstood the deal we had. I thought I was just getting tickets. I was like, I don't have $24,000 for tickets.
Listen, I don't know who your friend is, but he's totally saying to a scalper because that is not face value. He's trying to get money out of you or something.
They were great seats.
Even in this game.
They were really good seats, but it wasn't nosebleeds. They were like, I was like 12th row behind the bench, but it wasn't fucking cheap. I'll tell you that.
Did you go?
Yeah, I called and asked my dad. I was like, Dad, I gotta borrow some money, bro.
I am here for it. Do what you gotta do. Whatever. That is so good. Yeah, all my friends are like, yeah, we'll take nosebleeds because that's all we can afford. I'm like, okay, at the face value or whatever. So that's where all them will be sitting. But all those people just, I don't know. It was a lot. It's a lot to coordinate. It's expensive as hell to play in the Super Bowl. You really understand it once you're here. Yeah. I remember Sarah Ryan, Matt Ryan's wife, when they went to the Super Bowl, she was telling me that same thing. She's like, it is really expensive to go to Super Bowl. And I was like, okay, not that bad. You're
Champagne
going to
problems,
the Super Bowl. Like, I don't feel that bad for you. But now that I'm sitting here, I'm like, damn, it's expensive. She was not kidding.
Now
but once in a lifetime. It's okay. I'm telling myself that to make me feel better.
I'm glad you brought up Sarah Ryan because you recently told a tale about Sarah where you guys were playing volleyball and Leo licked her ear.
Guys, it was honestly, I felt really bad about how bad the story blew up.
Wait, what? I am unaware of this one. Tell me the story.
So Matt and Sarah and Matthew and I are really close friends. We met them at a Pro Bowl a few back. We lived in the same neighborhood in Atlanta. Long story short, we go on this vacation and we run into Leonardo DiCaprio and his girlfriend at the time was Nina Agdal. This was a very long time ago, just so we know, because I feel like when it blew up, it was like recent. It was not recent. Mm-hmm. We had a good time. We played them in volleyball. We played them in ultimate frisbee.
How did Leo hold up against 2 professional athletes?
Yeah, that's not fair.
You know what? I was like, he keeps challenging them in sports, and I don't understand it. But you know what? Whatever. We'll do whatever Leo wants. We're over here like, yes, whatever Leo wants to do, we will do. So we do that. Then we play a drinking game one night. We were playing beer pong. We played a drinking game. And it's called a piccolo. Have y'all heard of this?
No.
Oh my gosh, it's a time. So it's on your phone, and it's basically like you're on your own team, and it comes up with these dares, or you have to drink. And as the game gets going, it gets a little, dirtier or whatever. And so meanwhile, I get the phone. I'm like, all right, Leo, lick Sarah's ear 5 times or drink 6 sips 4 times. I don't know what it was. Fully thinking like, okay, he's just going to like drink the sips. Y'all, he like slow motion gets up, and I'm looking at Sarah like, holy shit, this is happening. Like, this is incredible. I wish I had my phone, but no, I don't, because then he wouldn't do it. So he like slowly gets up, starts walking over to her, and I'm looking at Matthew. I'm like, Matthew's like, oh, man, this is happening. And he gets in her ear. Like
in the hole, like
oh, it was so good. It was one of the good ones. And you know what? We were like laughing about it later that night. I was like, all right, I'm gonna, take a shower, go to bed. She was like, yeah, I'm never ever taking a shower.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
you wash my ear.
Who's not laughing about that? Matt Ryan.
No, he was like, I'm sure Matt's over there like, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Dude, are you kidding me?
It's Leo.
100%.
I mean, would you get your ear licked by Leo?
Yes, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I would lick whatever you want.
If I was Matt, I'd be like, you're not looking my wife's ear, you're looking my ear. Get in here, big guy.
Yeah. Can we change the name? I kept saying, can we change the names on the phone? Can we make it my name? And people came after me after I told that story. Like, I can't believe you would want another man to lick your ear. And I was like, first of all, y'all need to relax and have some confidence in yourselves.
Yeah.
But like, second of all, it is not just another man.
It's Leonardo
DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Like, come on. But yeah, anyways, that story, it's a good one. It's a good vacation story.
That's a story like not 999,999,000 times out of whatever, a million. Matthew Stafford and Matt Ryan are sitting at the table like they are those dudes. They are the guys. This is the one time where they're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. And meanwhile, as well, we're sitting there, and Nina Agdal's there, who's this first of all, we're playing volleyball with Nina Agdal. I'm sure Matthew's just like in a trance, like can't even focus because the girl is beautiful. And I mean, I feel like I'm like that. I'm like, God, she looks good. And then there was another model that was with his friend. And then there's Sarah and I, we've had kids. We're like, oh, this is just, we're looking down ourselves like, well, at least we have something good.
I'm pretty sure you're holding your own, girls.
We are the ones on the volleyball court saying the same thing. Like, damn it, these girls look good. But anyways, it was a trip of a lifetime. I mean, things we'll never forget. So, but yeah, I got in a little bit of trouble for telling that story, and I'm glad I just told it again.
Listen, if that's what's public, if those are the stories that you could tell, I don't even want to know what happened late night and throwing the keys in the bowl. The shit that's not being told. Get out of here.
That's going to be for a podcast when he's done.
Yeah.
I've written all the things down. We're gonna go through them because there's some good stories out there.
Is that something that's happened more often now, like those kind of celebrity type run-ins in LA? Because I mean, Detroit, I figure you guys probably hung out with Kid Rock all the time, but now it's the window's a little wider.
You know
open.
what? We did kind of hang out with Kid Rock. Bobby is his name, but like a little bit.
First name basis with Kid Rock, huh?
How's Kid Rock party?
I mean, he's fun. He's a good time. Matthew knows more than I do about that, and I'll just let that rest over there.
So I've become like friendly with the band OAR, and their first concert tour they ever did was opening for Kid Rock, and they were like they had to clear it with their parents. They were so young. They were like Mom, we're going on tour with Kid Rock. There are strippers on stage and flamethrowers in use very often, and I imagine it's kind of just gone up from there.
Oh yeah, what a wild ride he's had. I mean, we had some fun, or he had some fun with him, but he also, he stayed in his lane.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get here and it's wild here. I mean, our neighborhood is filled with the A-list celebrities.
I bet.
We're like a Z-list celebrity, or not me. He is a Z-list celebrity in our neighborhood. And so that's been kind of a crazy. I mean, our neighbor in Michigan was a 95-year-old guy named Ron. Love him to death. He would always get our mail during the off season. Like, he's a sweetheart. But the change of pace that we had moving from Detroit to LA was pretty good.
Who's the neighbor now? Who'd it go? Ron to who?
Kylie Jenner.
That's amazing. You guys got to get everybody together. Ron, Kylie. Oh,
I mean, like our friends, we all laugh our asses off. Like, we're like, you went from Ron to Kylie, and I'm like, I know. And
how is Kylie the neighbor? Have you had any interactions with her?
Yeah, she's super kind. She's obviously very mature for her age. I forget how young she is.
Yeah.
She just had her second baby.
Yeah.
Angel.
A few days ago or whatever. Yeah. Is that his name?
That's what the internet sleuths have detected. Yes, I don't know if that's true, but
wait, what's the name?
His name is Angel.
Angel, I believe. It's all of their friends are commenting on the post. Can't wait to meet my little angel, and I think people decipher that.
Oh, interesting.
It's Angel. Yeah.
Oh, well, I was going to ask her, but I guess you just broke the news for me. No, she's really kind. She had us over for Stormy's birthday, which I thought was very nice. We were, that was a little stressful because I was like, please don't just fuck anything up. I just can't have that on my plate right now. Because, like, it's like a big deal. It's a big deal, and they're kids. They don't give a shit. They're just running around destroying things, and I'm like, oh my God, okay. I don't know how much longer I can take this.
Yo, I have 2 kids, and anytime I'm a guest somewhere, I'm freaking out. You got double that, and you're at fucking Kylie Jenner's house.
Yeah, and I have and Kim sitting here and Courtney over there, and it's me. And I'm like,
holy
hello,
shit.
I'm the neighbor. Nice to meet you.
What do you even bring? Like, what do you show up with? Like,
So she's been to our house once or twice, and we have this like mini slide that goes into the pool. It's like a blow up thing, and she loves it. So that's what we got her, which I thought was great. Yeah, it was a perfect gift. I'm sure they opened it and were like, what is this? But
no, you know what? That's not true, because I don't care how rich you are. Kids are the great equalizer, where it's like, like my kid likes this little slide that was $24.99 from Fisher Price or whatever. Like, doesn't matter.
They bring you back down to a humble life. They're like, they don't care about anything designer. They're ruin it in a hot second. I mean, I could never put my little ones, we were given some stuff, but they spit up on it. And then you're a hot mess, because you're like, how much? I mean, like, I don't know. Just, it's too much. So the slide was great. I think it was a big hit. I don't know. She didn't open any gifts, but there was a Raising Cane's truck. Do you guys know Raising Cane's at all?
No, that's one I hear about that. Yeah, it's like you have to have it before you die, sort of thing, right?
God, it's like, do you guys know Zaxby's? Which isn't good, but Zaxby's.
I know Zaxby's.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's probably like a 20 step up from Zaxby's. It's the best fried chicken. Sitting in her driveway, and meanwhile, all I want is some Raising Cane's. But my kids, I'm like, all right, let's go get some food. They're like, no. I'm like, all mommy wants is some damn Raising Cane's. Get out of the house.
Kim, can you watch the kids for a second? I'm gonna go get some chicken.
Right?
Yo, Kanye, grab me some Raising Cane's on your way back.
Oh my God, y'all, I was so out of place. But you know what? They were all so nice. It felt like a barbecue. All of them were nice and completely down to earth when I met them all, and so it was fun. It was just a little stressful on my end, and of course Matthew comes home and he's like, how'd the party go? I'm like, it was good. And he was like, yeah, I was gonna come by, but some golf thing was on. I was like, oh, so you could have walked your ass across the street and helped me, but meanwhile you're just sitting at the house watching golf. And he's like, yeah, it's Saturday, it's my day to relax. I'm like,
he was like, you know what, back up. That's all I gotta say.
Exactly. He's like, don't give me shit for this. Like, I can't believe you just made me do that by myself. But anyways, it was fun. They're good. They're all good people, but there are some, I keep learning about different people in our neighborhood, which is a wild time. I mean,
you miss Ron?
I do. Part of me misses Ron a little bit.
Yeah.
He was also like our security, which I'm realizing, everyone has in our neighborhood, but he'll not let people in our driveway or whatever. But a funny story too is Little Wayne is on the way, next to us as well. And every time we drive by, my girls are like, Mommy, it's Little Wayne's house. I'm like, do you even know what Little Wayne looks like? no, but Daddy tells us it's Little Wayne's house. And I was like, well, you know what? He has like long hair, whatever. They're like, no, he's a boy. I'm like, okay, you're gonna have to learn this quick, especially being in California. Boys can have long hair. Okay, so just because it's a boy doesn't mean they can't have long hair. All right, so that they're gonna have some lessons to be learned, but it's a wild time here, and it's
I mean, so wait, you probably
different.
went from what? It's Kid Rock and Eminem and the Stafford family. It's probably like the three, royalties of Detroit, right?
I mean, I would say Matthew, but yeah, the royalties of Detroit. Yes, and which was, a crazy experience. But now it's
like everybody.
Now no one gives a shit, which is really nice.
I was going to say, that's actually, you went from Big Fish, Small Pond to, just one of the other celebrities. That's got to be
another. Yeah. It's really nice. Like in Michigan, going out to dinner and going and taking the girls to the park, anything like that was a lot because, you never want to be rude. And especially to the fan base that's been so, loyal in a way to you. So he obviously stopped and did it for everybody. But it got hard, that got hard after, and especially the 12 years he was there, it just kept growing. His face was known and known and known. Mm-hmm. Then our girls' faces were known and known and known. And so that got a little, different. But moving here was kind of like a breath of fresh air for him.
Moving to LA, it's a nice breath of fresh air. Like, oh, it's so easy now. That's crazy.
It is crazy, but he blends in. Like we go to lunch, we do all these things. Now, I will say this past week has been a little crazy, but we can do all the normal things. Which, like, if you get to know us, we're very normal people. Yeah, like again, I mean, Matthew has been very fortunate enough, and we are very blessed financially and things of that nature. But coming down, like if you spend time with us, I mean, we like to drink a good beer. We like to, it's nothing, not everything's super fancy. I mean, we're both from the South, so take that for what that is. But yeah, so it is nice. And to be normal, which is, I feel like, hard to do, but that's what it feels like for us because we feel like just a normal family here. Right. Which is awesome.
I mean, you're absolutely not, but, but you are.
But we are, yeah. We blend. He blends better here.
How are you health-wise? Like clean bill of health with your brain and everything's good?
Yes, everything's good.
That's
that was
amazing.
Yes, it is a wild time. I had clean scans before we left Michigan, and we'll do another set after this season. But I feel great, so I'm pretty sure those will be clean as well. But yeah, what a nice
little curveball that was from life, huh? Like in the middle of 4 kids and professional football. Oh, by the way, we're gonna do brain tumors now. How's that feel?
It was thrown at us a little bit. We weren't expecting that. Obviously, no one expects that news. But we sat down with that doctor, and they just literally like put it in my face. It was like, "Here's your brain tumor." I'm like, what?
Jesus Christ.
Like, didn't like kind
no
of like
foreplay at all,
ease into it. Yeah,
they just went right in.
Listen, we gotta get through this. So here it is. Here are your options. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like that may just be another day at the office for you, Doc, but maybe a little bedside manner here, pal.
I mean, I just had my 3rd baby, and I'm like, wait, what? They're like, it's going to continue to grow, so you need to figure out what. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I didn't say anything. I didn't ask anything. I think Matthew and I both blacked out. Yeah. And then, we went through the whole thing and met with doctors and decided the best thing to do was just take it out and did it. And yeah, it was an emotional time, but you know what? All things in life happen for a reason. And I feel like we grew individually as a couple and as a family so much during that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because of how much we relied on each other that, it set us up maybe for a move across the country and all the expectations, that were thrown in. I don't know, it just makes you
Yeah, it's like all of a sudden you stop worrying about, interceptions on Sunday and what the other fans are saying on Twitter. When you have a real scare like that, right? So it puts everything in perspective.
Takes a brain tumor, but sometimes it takes those things to get you off of Twitter. So here we are.
Are you guys the only family in America right now who's like fuck Joe Burrow?
Is everyone a Joe Burrow fan? What the hell?
Joe Burrow's hot in the streets right now.
Joe Burrow's cool. We have to agree before we go further. He's cool. He's a cool guy.
He's cool. Yes, he's cool. How old is he?
He's another one. He's like 21.
No, he's like 25.
Okay, see, I'm gonna need him to spend some more time in this league before he goes and wins the Super Bowl. Okay, we've been at it, or Matthew's been at it for a long time. It's our turn. You can. No, I have seen obviously I see his pregame attire, which is amazing. And the shirts y'all made out of his stuff. I mean, meanwhile, I'm over here like, Matthew, stop wearing dad clothes. We gotta get your likeliness up by these people, so we can, whatever. But no, Matthew, I literally looked around, I was like, do you know what you're wearing Super Bowl? And he's like, no. I'm like, okay. He's like, I'll just find something in my closet. I'm like,
wait.
All right, good for you, dude.
What if we put together an outfit for Matthew right now? How about some big baggy corduroy pants? Okay. and then
listen, if you can dad up an outfit, he'll wear it. But unless it's like straight dad, like dad bod-ish kind of outfit, like
a suit from like the 1970s. It's all corduroy. Okay, it's big, it's baggy, it's daddy. It's like a.
I mean, he probably would. I'm not letting him wear that.
Dude, come on, Kelly. That's class.
Spice it up. He's got to do his one Instagram post. He's got to look good for his one social media post.
Everyone comes in dressing all flashy, all the jewelry, all this stuff. Joe Burrow's got the sunglasses. Matt Stafford walks in like he's going into a Mad Men board meeting. The internet won't know what to do.
That's it right there.
Flared pants.
All right, you know what?
Smoking a cigarette.
Have him smoke a cig on the way in. It'll go over great.
We have 4 kids. You can't do that. Look, Dad smoked. I can smoke. No, listen. I'm gonna get y'all. We'll get y'all in contact, and I'll let you guys handle that one.
Okay.
I have this. Even if I tell him to wear something, he's like, "Yeah, no, I'm not wearing that." Okay, all right. Well,
wait, this is actually a fine assortment of hoodies. We can give him sweatpants and hoodies for days if that's what he wants to roll into. That's
I mean, the least flash, the less flashy, the better for that dude. I mean, you can't. The one thing he does love is a good watch, and it's usually covered by a jacket. I'm like, great.
Well, listen, when you're a Super Bowl quarterback, you can do whatever the fuck you want. So whatever he wants to wear, whatever he wants to do, I say he's earned it. Probably more so than like any kind of like what you said about Burrow. It's like you need to pay some dues. I mean, the dude doing what he did in Detroit and then making it happen here. It's like there's really nobody else who deserves it more than that guy.
Oh, thank you, please, and please promote that. Come on.
Yeah, no, seriously, it's like, and it really is. It would be such a nice. It sucks that in terms of your legacy and your career, you do need to win one because it's can be out of your control. But it would just be like such a fucking career cementing event for him that would turn it from you had a great career to a Hall of Fame career to Super Bowl winning immortal career. It's crazy how much it can change.
Yeah, it would be amazing, and I hope if he wins it, he's like, fuck it, I'm doing whatever I want because that's the man I love, that does things his way. But what was I going to say?
I want to see the man who skips Kylie Jenner's party. That's like, nah. What that's
meaning when he knows I'm wrangling all the kids. He's like, she could do that. I'm like,
That's from Miracle when Herb Brooks yells at Jim Craig, I want the guy in the net who wouldn't take the test. I want the guy
who doesn't go to Kylie Jenner's party.
Well, that's him. That's him for you. That's so good. Yes, I agree. He deserves this shit. And you know what? If it happens, great. We'll ride it out. And, you'll probably see him doing some drunk press conferences the next day, I'm sure. But, if it doesn't happen, we'll back to the drawing boards and he'll just try again. So
I want to see a 13-year career, 12 years with the Detroit Lions, 1 year in LA, Super Bowl winning, exhale. I don't know what that's like. You saw Tom Brady in the little the little boat parade in Tampa. It's gonna be child's play compared to Matthew Stafford if he takes one down.
I will live for it, and I will document everything and
every
everything. But I will document it just in case he gives me the green light. No, it's gonna be fun. And you know what? It's funny to see Detroit right now. With all the support they're giving, it's they're loyal to the fact that Matthew was theirs for 12 and now they're acting, they have Detroit Rams shirts being sold out.
Yeah. Because he did it right. There's nobody who's, he paid his dues. He did everything he possibly could. And I don't think there's a Lions fan alive that's not rooting for him right now. He deserves all the support.
It reminds me to an extent of what we did in Boston before our run of success when I was very young with Ray Bork, who was our beloved defenseman on the Boston Bruins. He's the captain, he's the legend. And then I think I forget how old he was. He was older than Matthew. He was like it was like his last year, 1 year left, 2 years left, whatever.
Yeah.
And they traded him to the Colorado Avalanche so he could get a trophy. And then he brought the Stanley Cup
And he
back.
got one?
He got it. And then
you guys had a parade.
We threw a parade for him in Boston. It was probably
That's incredible.
97 maybe, something like that. And so it was before our success.
God, how amazing.
But like we had the duck boat parade.
If the Rams win on Sunday, there's Detroit's popping bottles. They got to take their wins where they can get them. And
I know.
That's
I hope they
Super Bowl
do.
for them.
I hope they do because they're a big part of it. They're a big part of the way why Matthew is the way he is. So I hope they do. I mean, but yeah, that whole city, that organization, they did us a huge favor. They got a lot from Matthew.
I was gonna say I don't think it's a favor. I think it was an equal relationship.
Yeah, I agree. And y'all are right. Like I always thought, the dude has a broken back, and I'm sitting there at the table, and I'm like, please do not play because there's nothing on the line, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no playoff chance. I don't remember what year this was, and he's looking at me, and he's like, no, I'm playing. I'm like, I don't get it, and he's like, well, and that's why I'm like, dude, he just deserves it.
But that's the guy who then makes it to the Super Bowl. Like that's how it takes that type of mentality to do it. So
I hope. I really do. I mean, fingers crossed, man, because this would be epic. It would be an epic ending.
It really would be. I would imagine the episode of the podcast post Super Bowl would be a fun one, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it would be definitely no sleep.
How are you? How's the podcast world treating you?
It's good. It's fine. I mean, again, I started in my guest house, which was a hot mess, just to see what it entailed. I had no idea, the amount of podcasts and the amount of people that do this. Coming to Action Park was awesome. They took me in and made me realize, what it is actually about doing a podcast. But it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. I mean, it's something that's my own,
absolutely.
Yeah, Matthew has a small part of it, but not really. It's
right.
fine. So, and hopefully Super Bowl Monday or whatever, Monday after the Super Bowl, we'll be coming in on no sleep and discussing the victory. That's.
Will you have Matthew Stafford as a guest on your podcast?
I am dragging his ass in. Too good not to. Too good.
You better believe it.
Yeah. And I'm hoping, we'll still have cocktails in our hand, and it's kind of like I'm still in the clothes from the game, or something like that.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It depends on how late or early this podcast is going to be on Monday, but it'll be a fun one for sure.
I'm pulling for it, girl. I am.
I am as well. You've swayed me.
All right.
I'm a big Joe Burrow fan.
I like Joe Burrow as well, but this is Matt Stafford Super Bowl. We are a Rams household now.
Hey.
Yep.
Okay, this is what I came here for, so I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
Just to sway you guys, all right? That's what I came on this podcast.
Mission accomplished, girl. Thank you so much for the time, too. I appreciate it.
No, it was so fun. This is definitely by far my favorite one, so I appreciate it, guys.
That's really
next time. After the Super Bowl is done and you guys have won, come on and we'll really chop it up and really have some fun and talk about all the weird shit. Put the kids to bed and get weird with it,
That would be amazing. And can we have some shots lined up or something that every time someone does something, it's just
yes we can.
Done deal.
Right,
don't have to twist my arm on that one. Let's do it.
All right, put my mom life on hold for a while and your dad life, I guess. Do you have kids too?
Fuck, do I look like a person who has kids, Kelly?
I don't. You never know. There's a lot of people that don't look like they should have kids. That have kids. No,
I had kids. You. The state took them away, but
okay. See, there you go. That's what I'm talking about.
All right. Good luck.
To be clear, I'm kidding.
I wasn't going to ask a second question about it just in case you weren't.
I felt it fall a little quietly, just so we know.
It's a joke.
You're good. No worries. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much. And hopefully we're talking about a victory, in a couple weeks or something.
Good luck.
All right.
Bye, guys.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
All right. Bye.